Hello everyone, BleachBummer here, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3, part of the Kingdom Hearts Chronological Marathon. And I'll be joined by Fan as he's running a bit late. But once again, Twitch chat is here as always. It's time for us to embark to the Caribbean. But before that, we got a little detour to take. So I'm gonna mark so we know to go there, and we're gonna embark from here. Our ship is still the same though, that much is not gonna change, but I'm curious, do we have any, how they special up? No, we do not. Decoy duckies is really good for me though. I have no idea why I have the Knight's arm. That just seems useless to me. Like, I know what some of these weapons do, but Knight's arm is one I've never tried. Yeah, we can't really do a part like this without without right. Had a little bit of a brain fart there. We can't do this without a boss fight now, can we? Yeah, who knows? But anyway. I think the best place to enter this one is from here. Yep. This is what at least gives you the cutscene. Yeah, say hello to the space worms. This boss, not that hard, but it is kind of a little interesting, to say the least. He's now gonna jump in. I'm gonna just boost his speed up here. And now it's gonna fire a laser at us. Notice how this one had a different health bar. That's because there's actually two. Also, give me a sec. I'm gonna see who that third viewer is, but welcome. So it's Bowtie. Welcome. Oh man, I've been waiting. Sorry that we started a bit without you.
Yarr!
Oh! And you still kind of did the intro, even though I kind of you weren't here for actually to the pirate intro for both of us.
I was sleeping in my quarters.
Okay, you can stop it there. You can stop that now.
I'll stop that now.
We were gonna do. I was gonna do that for the intro, like be Captain BleachBummer with you being first mate broke tie.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, I couldn't be here in time.
Yeah, space worms not that hard of a gummy boss. They're actually very easy. In fact, I think I've had times that I've practically just dropped one of them to 1 HP, but you can't kill them until they're both attacking you at the same time.
Ah, I see.
That's the weird thing about these space worms. They're a very weird boss, but they're a very easy boss.
Yeah. Never actually noticed that because at the time I was using a not great ship.
Yeah, like the Ice Fortress and the Flower Guardian, they are optional, 100% optional, but they're still a good boss I'd recommend fighting.
They're fun, even if easy. Hey, Caribbean.
Yeah. No longer called Port Royale. Now we have it as its official new name, the Caribbean, because, hey, you get to now not stay in Port Royale for a majority of it.
Yep. Although there
And for
is
the-
a lot to do in Portland.
There is, but
Most of it is optional.
most of it is optional. Yeah, but and a lot of the sections that were kind of bad, especially on a level 1 run of in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, are much greater improved here.
Yeah. Oh. As Final says, the first world that's named after an actual real life.
Yeah, because that's the whole point. Pirates of the Caribbean takes place in literally the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is something I actually never talked about. I was surprised they made a movie based off Orion. I was like, what, at first? And yet, after seeing the first movie, it was really good and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I know not a lot of people enjoyed the other movies, but while I felt 3 was the weakest, probably one of the weaker ones out of there, and 4 was just like, what? They weren't bad for what they were to me.
Okay.
Although they are. Well, that is not true, but yeah, I'm assuming you saw some of the pirate movies, dude.
I've seen the first one, the second one, and I don't remember if I've seen the third one. I haven't seen the fourth one.
So you've not seen the 4th or the 5th.
I don't think so.
You're probably not missing much on the 4th. 5th, if they go to a 6th, will be confusing without it.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, I'm gonna say this though right here. Pirates shows that Pirates unfortunately does have one bad rep, I'd say, for it, as in the movies, as in it started one additional attempt at making a movie out of a ride, and that movie sucked. You know which one. Haunted Mansion.
Ah, okay. I've seen the movie once before, but it was so long ago that I don't remember it. How?
Probably for the best.
We're running out of sea. Running out?
Welp.
Rest in pieces. Goodbye. Oh no.
I just realized I should be closing my net via the stream, so that's why I'm trying to grab it my cover. But,
Ah, okay.
well, looks like
Rest
we're
in
dead.
pieces.
Well, Riku's now the main character. Goodbye, Sora.
Yeah. Also, goodbye, Donald Goofy. I guess.
Please don't ever reboot Kingdom Hearts. I do
Please,
not want to
please
see
do it.
them try to use. I do not want them to see. I do not want them to see what happens if they add the live action remakes to this. Yeah, no, Final, just no. Not even as a joke. Sorry.
Even as a joke.
That would honestly anger a lot of fans. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I believe it.
But yeah, don't worry. If you've seen at least the first 3, you know the story's not over with them dying.
Where'd we end up this time?
Oh, you do not want to know, Sora.
Oh man, the stream starts lag.
Probably because I had to plug in the Ethernet cable, but that
We won't get
should have fixed
anywhere
the
without
net
a
connection.
ship.
So yeah, now we come to a somewhat annoying part I had on Critical before.
Oh boy!
Yep, it's a ship, and doesn't that ship look familiar?
Not at all. None whatsoever.
Well, then maybe this guy that's going to be coming up soon will help you remember what it is.
Nope.
Wait for it. Oh, hey, not Johnny Depp.
There, Sora.
Huh? Jack Sparrow!
You forgot.
Captain Jack
Cop.
Sparrow.
Thank you very much.
Jack Sparrow.
Sure is. Hey, Jack, where are we?
Gotta make the correction.
Belay that! Ship absconding!
Huh?
Yep, that's the Black Pearl.
Help me catch the pearl before she gets away!
So yeah,
Indeed.
you're gonna have to run and try to catch the pearl before it gets away, and there's gonna be Heartless attacking you. This part's annoying on critical mode. Unless you do this.
Hey man, it actually makes that spell useful.
Who's shooting at us?
She's high!
Ow,
Get away, you barnacles!
good. Yeah, it also shoots at you, but
You're using Blizzard, you should, like, be able to dodge it pretty well.
No one said you could use my ship!
Or super armor through it, I guess. Oh man.
but yeah, these guys kind of suck on critical mode, but I've seen worse.
Finals has worst enemies in the game.
One of them, I'd say probably, but I've again seen much worse.
I will say
Give me.
though, it is very satisfying. It is very
Okay,
satisfying
rage mode time.
fighting these things at level 99 with the best Keyblade in the game, all maxed out and everything. Especially because they're so bad. Oh man, you died.
But I did it. Aha!
Indeed.
And not gonna mess around with you, buddy. Just have a shot luck. Wait. Wow.
Amazing.
I believe they are much worse on level 1 than they are not on level 1. This is why I'm waiting until the Remind DLC before I attempt to level 1. I know some people say they're not going to, but I'm praying because at least they've learned to listen more to fan feedback to patch the games now, since it was fans complaining, oh, Fire's too broken, that they decided, okay, we'll patch Magic up. It's too bad they didn't think that something else could be a little overpowered, broken, after patching the Fire spell.
Yeah. Oh, rest.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the case for level 1. If you're playing this world on normal leveled critical, it is a good break after Arendelle. It's still a little rough sometimes, but it's a good break. This world and the next are good breaks on critical mode. It's kind of the point that it's kind of easing down on you, but that's more so it's preparing you for the bigger, tougher battles on critical mode. The ones where if you're being stupid, you're gonna die. But if you're being smart, you could survive.
I mean, that's every world on critical.
There's been a perpetual and virulent lack of discipline upon
More so, pretty much the end game stuff here, though.
Yeah, but like if you're being stupid on in any fight,
Davy Jones' lockers.
That is also true.
that's how critical is.
Davy Jones' locker?
Yeah,
I know that. I know where I am.
yep.
And don't
I
think
am
I don't.
happy to see some more characters from the movie, though, like
I'm in
Captain,
Davy Jones'
like
locker.
Gibbs.
Assuredly.
Yeah.
Mr. Gibbs.
Jack Sparrow. Barbosa!
And I'm glad they skipped the second movie because I would have been upset from putting the second movie in here. It's like, that ends out on such a cliffhanger, it would make no sense for Kingdom Hearts.
Final says Mr. Gibbs, the only character whose
Yeah.
actor they got back.
It's lovely to see you all.
Oh, well,
Actually, no, that
Elizabeth
song is
is
from the
something
ride.
about
If you actually go
you
into the
different.
ride and you hear it,
Yeah, you look all
it's actually part of the ride.
Well, I've seen some adventures.
You just don't hear some of those lyrics, I
But I never
believe.
thought I'd find you here.
Speaking of, where exactly is here? What's all this about a locker?
Davy Jones' locker. Jack neglected to repay a certain debt to Jones. So Jones
I
sent the
wouldn't
Kraken to
s- well-
devour Jack. And that's how he ended up here.
Then Davy Jones' locker.
Yep.
You're saying that
Rest in
we've
pieces.
gone beyond the grave?
Well, I'm not. Well, yeah, that's probably
And
my
we're
saying.
here
Like,
to rest Jack
5
from
actually
fate.
didn't think was that weak. 4 was the
Out
weakest
and about, eh?
to me.
You had an agreeable sense.
I didn't like 3 as much mainly because the whole
He thinks
plot like
we're
of how they're gonna
hallucination.
come out beyond, come back to the world, come back to the world of the living from beyond the grave after dying, kind of seems a little ridiculous even for a fictional
come to
pirate
rescue
setting.
you.
Have you now?
I'm sorry, just
That's very kind
how
of
I see it. It's, I can see some
That
things
as
as
I
kind of
was a
little
ship and you don't,
too ridiculous,
you're the
can't
ones in
I?
need of rescuing.
Probably.
I'm not sure as I'm in the mood.
It doesn't mean I hate it, the movie. I
Captain Beckett has the
enjoyed
heart of
the
Davy
third
Jones.
Pirates.
He
It's
controls
just
the
that
Flying Dutchman.
main part
He's
is a
taking
little
over the seas.
too
And he
over
must
the
be
top.
stopped. The brethren caught his cowed.
Leave you people alone for just a minute. Look what happens. Everything's gone to pot.
I'm lost. What's going on?
Well, sounds to me like this Beckett fella. they
Well, of
mentioned
course, Thor will
is
be
trying to
lost. He
conquer
wasn't
the
there for the
ocean.
second movie.
Oh. Yeah, no conquerors.
Yeah, in short,
Listen, Jack.
for a refresher
I
for
wanna
you
meet back
guys,
something fierce.
Jack
I
died,
need
got
your
sent to
crew.
Jones' locker by the
First, out of
Kraken,
any of you. 4 of you have tried to annihilate me.
and
And then we died and got
We're on
Beck-
your side.
well, I was referring to the movie only, but and Beckett got hold of Davy Jones' heart, which means now
Goofy,
Davy Jones has to follow him.
Yes.
now,
Who is Davy
as
Jones?
for the rest of you,
Well, if you're asking that, then you obviously don't know your it's
see it all now. You're in. Gibbs, you can come.
Hey.
Weigh anchor, all hands. Prepare to make sail.
Jack.
I mean, that's also true.
Which way
But I
you
think
going?
at World's End they were trying to make Beck the main antagonist in that movie when, I'm sorry, he's fails in comparison to Davy Jones. Davy Jones is much more ruthless. Davy Jones was the villain of the second and third movie, and possibly sixth
Helm is yours.
if they go
Right,
that
yes.
far,
You pass muster.
somehow.
See that island there with the 2 peaks? Prove you can reach that.
As in, I don't know
The
how
open sea is yours.
he comes back.
Aye, aye.
Then again, I don't know how. Then again, I don't know how they're gonna bring Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, back for Episode 9. By the time this goes up for you, actually no. By the time this goes up for you guys, Episode 9 would not even be out yet. Still, so we wouldn't know.
Oh man.
This
Someone's watching this after like
after December 20th, they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
actually, Palpatine comes back here, and I'll be like, I saw the movie by the time you posted this. I now know. You don't have to tell me.
someone's gonna do it anyway.
And I don't want to hear the theories of how he comes back. I want to see the how when the movie comes.
Yeah.
Theories are theories, but yeah, you can actually ride your own pirate ship now for here. And I will talk about this one a bit more later on when we actually get to when it's more relevant. Because right here it's more like a mini tutorial.
Yeah.
So you can steer, you can fire cannons. Just
Yeah,
head straight for the island, boo.
Yeah, you can fire cannons, by the way. There will be battles.
Speaking of battles, just give it a moment. Right on cue. Sort of.
Hey. Base.
Yeah, simple part. You can just shoot anywhere, or you can aim for the glowing hit me spot.
As boring
As
as
you know,
as boring as this sequence gets, after a while, for some people, due to the trophy of defeat like 400 ships or something like that, I don't remember what it was.
well, I was gonna save that comment for later, but yeah, a lot of people I know do not like the pirate ship battles, mainly because they do take majority of the they are kind of majority of the fights in this world, more so than fighting regular Heartless. I get people's complaints on that, but the way I sum this is, it's my same feelings with the Werehog in Sonic Unleashed. I personally like the ship battles, but I do admit they kind of drag on a bit too much. They just thankfully somehow did not wear me down enough to hate them. I just wish they could have toned it down a little bit more.
Right?
Basically same, except a lot less on the wearing me down. So it doesn't wear me down at all.
Oh, I'm saying it did not. It didn't wear me down either. It's like I could understand it, but I do feel like they could have toned it down a little bit more, and I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more than I already do.
Okay.
Just to clear that up, so I'm guessing with that you're 100% the same.
Basic.
The guy Will mentioned?
Like I like it, but if they toned it down more, I probably would have loved it a
What
lot.
did Jack ever do to him?
Uh-huh.
Truly. You don't know
And then media here says, what makes Beckett scary though is there were plenty of corrupt East India trading companies, businessmen like him, back then profiting off poor
This
people's
way.
deaths.
We're from another sea.
I now. Jack and David Jones' fates
Okay.
be intertwined. Jones, him raise Jack's precious pearl from the depths and make Jack captain for 13 years. In exchange, Jack promised to give Jones him soul as payment. But 13 years pass, and Jack failed to return.
So they go in a bit more depth to Jack's
send the
debt
Kraken
here.
to devour Jack, taking him and the pearl back to the depths. But if Jones learned that witty Jack cheat that fate, him gonna punish Jack even worse. And Jack's friends too.
Yeah. If it's not clear to you, Davy Jones is basically sort of like the ferryman Grim Reaper of Caribbean.
Let the Kraken have a
Basically.
crack. I ain't scared.
Not scared
But
at all. That
the exception for the Pirates movies is that Davy
him run
Jones
for land at the
eventually
mention of the
abandoned
Kraken.
his role of ferryman and instead took people that were going to die into his crew and
Free of his debt
rarely
to
ferried
David
souls to
Jones.
the afterlife
That's
so they
why
can rest
he
in
need
peace.
the box.
Thus, he turned
Be a
from
chase
what was once a
where
normal
David
human-looking
Jones lock away
guy
part of him that
into a monstrous
hurt
sea-like
him
humanoid
because
with a
was
tentacle
too
beard.
much to live with, but not enough to cause him to die.
At least for the Pirates movie themes.
Yeah.
And what part of him is that?
And yeah, if you were paying attention also to Tiadana here,
Him heart.
which you know who did it. Yep, Davy Jones locked his heart in a chest.
Dun dun
How does he
dun.
do it?
So stab him, shoot him,
creature
all you
absent a
want. Davy
heart,
Jones can't
and
die
yet
unless
somehow
you
able to
stab
keep
his heart.
existing.
but
Not
there's a
even my
price to be
finest
paid if you
replicas
stab
claim that achievement.
the heart,
The
and
secret
that
must be in that
will be
box.
for you to
I have
re-see.
to know what
Nah, we'll
mysteries
just
it
tell you, because
contains.
you know the movies probably by this
I believe
point.
our orders were
You have to
find
then
the
become
box and
captain in his
seize it.
place.
No more.
Hey,
Put a leash
So
on
yeah,
that
you want to
runaway
kill him?
curiosity.
Hope you ready to be a
Always
captain
so short-sighted.
and stuff for the
Why
project
were the
of
organization seeking
spending
me
so
out
many
just as
years
soon
out
as
at
I
sea
was
with only
recompleted?
one on land.
If not to affirm my
Yeah.
intellectual prowess and invest in my
Being
research.
captain of the Flying Dutchman's not a
Every
good life.
stride I make is a stride for all of us.
Oh, really? And
Thanks,
what
Vexen.
exactly are we striding towards?
Yep.
Luxord, do I detect?
Also, yeah, that's.
hint
I'm
of
sorry, I might
treachery
still
in
call
your
him Luxord,
words?
but hearing that it apparently
Don't be
the right name to say the
absurd.
name is Luke Sword
But to be clear,
is just still a
I
little
serve
odd.
the organization.
I'm
Yeah,
so used to
Don't
calling
share
him
your
Lux
need to
Sword.
please Zemnis.
same.
He's good at wrapping you around
It's
his
gonna take a
little
while
finger.
to adjust. It's
Always has been.
similar to
All
my.
I desire is the freedom to continue.
It's similar
my
to like how I felt
research.
with Marluxia.
Answer the wise refuse
I think I
to
called him
nurture my
Marluxia
talents.
or something
So I
when I was
cast my
younger.
lot with
And then
Ah.
hearing it was actually
With
Marluxia, it was
Xehanort,
like, okay,
rather.
that's a little odd.
Simple as that.
Yeah, no, I always
see.
call the Marluxia
And you
Marluxia.
don't care how he uses your research.
Not in the slightest.
So it was no
All
problem for
that
me.
concerns me is that I complete the perfect human vessel.
That's all well and good. But I know this world better than you.
Yeah, considering he was
Kindly
here.
stay out of the way.
Also,
Of course.
gonna say this right now early.
Considering those pests
A lot
have
of
shown
people.
up,
I heard
hardly get
few people
anything
say
done.
that
I already know what to do
Luxord
with the
is still
pests.
pointless
Then you can resume your
within the
stuffy
Kingdom Hearts series. He
studies.
plays just as little of a role in 3 as he does in
That's my
2.
boy.
I strongly
I'll be
disagree.
watching from the shadows then.
Also, as Media 2, welcome as well, and oh, yep. Yeah, but that is actually true. Vexen, I completely forgot Vexen's English voice. Stefan Derek Prince voiced the Digimon Emperor in Season 2 of Digimon. I completely forgot that.
Amazing.
Then again, I'm more of a Season 3 guy for Digimon.
I still have
I don't think you've...
Digimon. I've seen bits and
If you-
pieces of some seasons, but not like a whole season.
I should lend you my entire volume of Season 3.
Thanks,
Or
Jack.
Season 1 if I get
You
it.
could've
Yeah,
warned
I'd
us.
watch it.
Yeah, everything went topsy-turvy and upsy-downsy.
Well, at least we're back in the land of the living.
Never fear. All according to plan.
Heck yeah.
But that be no reason to rest easy.
A ship!
Yep.
I've never seen one like that.
It's a heartless ship. So yeah, I'm... People on YouTube will have saw this message already, but... I'm gonna rephrase to you guys on stream. I said Skull was the worst boss in this game. I'm taking that back because that was more lingering memories of how hard he was for me in critical mode.
Don't impugn me.
No, the worst boss in this game is coming up right now.
Could you discuss it later?
Rule of the Sky.
Well, Rule of the Scars Mark II, or as his proper name is, Raging Vulture.
I sure do wish we could get a little closer.
Thanks, Final. And I'll be right
We can. Zoro!
Yep, here we go. Oh god, this boss sucks.
Donald and Goofy, protect the ship. I'll handle the Heartless.
And yeah, we're riding a Heartless, so fire with the right trigger or A and B to launch torpedoes, barrel roll your way around, and just fly your way towards him. Just fire and shoot. Dodge when you see things coming. If you need to heal, jump off, use a potion, or cast Cure. These little guys drop some health if you need them, but it's not worth it all the time. And just fire. Wait, this fight just is terrible. Look at this stupidly small amount of damage I'm dealing. This is just dumb. And I'm level 35, mind you. I'm level 35 and I'm dealing this small damage. I mean, I should probably use the torpedoes, but the torpedoes just feel like they rarely hit sometimes, honestly, for me. And they hit there, though.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, the torpedoes do a lot of damage, but even then, I feel like they rarely hit for me. It's just how I feel sometimes. Oh, crap. Jump off. Unfortunately, I'm going to... hope I can get to him in time to actually do this.
I don't actually
Here we
remember
go.
what I did for this boss. All I remember is that this boss kind of sucked. I also remember staying like at ground level for a lot of time because I couldn't figure out how to ride one of them.
Oh, I couldn't ride this for quite a while. It took me a while to learn how, but yeah, right here now you can attack. Watch when he's about to breathe fire and press X to just put a barrier and wait to attack as soon as he's nearly done. This is the best part to deal a lot of damage to him.
This part is silly. I do really enjoy the flying section of this fight, like the flying around on a Heartless. But everything else just really hard to figure out at first.
Yeah,
At least
and
for
I
me.
know they're probably feel pretty accurate to you, Final, but even then, I don't like using the torpedoes much. They just don't seem to work a lot of times for me. When they do, it's just cool, but when they don't, it's like, whatever. It just feels more... It just, to me, feels like the rapid fire is a lot better constant rapid damage, even if it's small. But thankfully this guy, I would say this, thankfully this guy was much worse at first. Before the critical mode patch, he had a lot more health than he does right now. And I do mean a lot. It was ridiculous. He probably had the most health out of any boss in the game.
He actually was really this guy too.
Weebs hate me because I actually kind of like the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I'm not much of a fan of Final Fantasy VII, but I do like some of the other side games like Dirge of Cerberus and Crisis Core a lot more than the original 7, personally.
Funny because no one likes Dirge of Cerberus. I love the gameplay of it, even though it's not great.
Oh, it has flaws, but I think it is a actually good game. aim, honestly. Oh jeez.
I'd say it's probably a decent game, but I love it.
Yeah, you don't need to worry too much about the Black Pearl getting damaged unless you're just really bad at this. Like, look, he's almost dead for me, and
Oh yeah, I was like really bad at this, so I almost.
at first, the ship almost died. When I first played this on Proud, the ship almost died because I was like very bad at this. In fact, I didn't even get to the jump on him part until I was until it was almost on his last bar.
Amazing.
I think it's because I thought, oh, I need to actually jump off and land near him to do the situation command. No, you just need to fly near him and do it.
No. So I don't actually know too much about Final Fantasy VII in general, but from what I saw of Hojo in Dirge of Cerberus, I'm glad he died for good.
All right.
Basically, I almost call Hojo the actual true villain of Final Fantasy VII. A lot of people say it's Genova, but no. And some people say Sephiroth was the villain. I'm saying, like, no. Genova was the source of everything. Hojo was the one that triggered the events that turned Sephiroth into a villain and Vincent into the suffering he went through.
Yeah.
Hojo's the real bad guy.
I believe it.
Where are the others?
After you fell, we came looking for you. I guess they must have kept going.
I mean, Genova probably still would have crashed in theory, but if Hojo didn't do what experiments he did,
So happy that we got to see
none
them
of the
again.
events of 7 would have happened.
Okay.
That's the whole thing there.
Yeah.
Jack!
And it's Jack?
Oh, hey
Why does he
there.
have a white crab there?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And here's a scene from the movie. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised how realistic the graphics look. Also, there's your alcohol reference.
In exchange for
Hence
fair
why this game is
compensation,
E10.
Yep.
square my debt with Jones.
3 and 2 are the only Kingdom Hearts games that are E10 because of the alcohol references.
It's just good business.
Just takes both.
Were I in a divulgatory mood, what then might I divulge?
Everything. Where are they meeting? What are their plans?
Also, still, while whoever voices Jack in this one, while he's not Johnny Depp, he does an amazing imitation.
Oh yeah.
Shall
Much
we?
better than Cage, too.
Oh yeah.
Shall we? What?
Some pirate won't get anywhere without a ship. So, let's go get one.
Oh, yes.
Sora and Jack sure are cut from the same cloth.
Use that key to free me, Sora, and you have my most certain promise. All the power under sea you ever wish for be yours.
Free her how?
Who knows?
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, nothing really. I'm good.
Okay, then let's get going.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yep. The map is right here.
Man, I love this game.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things going wrong, though, on the net about this game, but It's a good game. It just kind of got a mixed rep. I'll probably go into this a bit more at the end of the game for my final thoughts, and I'm sure you'll agree with me and give your input on this. But if there's one thing I wish on this game, more so than some of the fixes that I hope the Remind DLC will do, that hope is that some people in the community, on the internet, not just the Kingdom Hearts community, would actually learn to let others have their opinion. If you dislike the game, that's perfectly fine. You're in all your right to dislike it. If you like the game, that's all in your right as well to love it. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks. But yeah, you get what I mean, though, right, Bowtie?
Yeah, basically. Let people enjoy what they want. It's as simple as that.
I mean, some would use the argument that you need to not blindly love a game, and I say, yeah, that kind of is true. You do need to accept the flaws, but at the same time, you need to also accept the good as well. You can't let the bad blindly justify you to hate it. You need to at least justify both the good and bad. That's always been my stance for. Oh yeah, also by the way, underwater segments, they're back from KH1, and they're better than KH1 by a long shot.
They're really cool, actually.
I do agree. They could have gone in a bit more in depth what they could have done here, but for what we got on here, this is really enjoyable. I actually love it. And the big thing that they gave us for the underwater thing that I'm glad that I wish we had in KH1, guarding underwater. Guarding underwater. Thank God. Where was that in the Ursula fight?
I mean, where was Midair guarding anywhere else as well?
Good point.
Final says petition for Remind to patch the Caribbean into a rhythm game.
What was it? No! There's no rhythm in Pirates!
Yo ho, a pirate. Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of ingredients under the ocean, so definitely make use of getting some of the food here. In fact, it's recommended because most of the last food can be found in the Caribbean, and most of it is underwater.
Uh-huh.
Also gonna say this early, don't touch the jellyfish. They will hurt you.
Touch the jellyfish. Do it.
Like, the one thing that I'd say is the underwater magic is a bit limited, but it's good enough for me, honestly. Even though the only spell I really use out of the underwater ones is Sea Thunder.
I mix it around because I just like seeing how they all look, because they all look really neat. Well, except for fire, but like still.
Even my favorite spell in this one, Blizzard Arrow, is kind of meh to me for the sea version.
Under the sea.
Also, I will say this right now, because since we have Combo Master, personally, as I've been finding out more for the underwater, I prefer just doing not a full combo, because the full combo is pretty much like that. That little whirlwind thing. It does a lot of... The last hit does a lot of damage to the targets near it, but it leaves you open a good period of time. And when there's a lot of enemies on screen, and especially on critical mode, that's not a good thing. That's why I'm pretty much not doing a full combo. I'm always stopping on the... before the last hit.
Yeah.
It's at least letting me prepare the whole attack.
SP Media says, sorry, Nick, you know, I couldn't resist that reference.
Oh, that must be someone I know in person then. You don't have to tell me who you were on here, but yeah.
Hmm.
And also, I hate you for that one, because Kingdom Hearts 2 is the worst. There's always one bad world in almost every Kingdom Hearts game. Keyword almost.
For reference, I am not sorry for repeating.
Oh. Well, that's a surprise. Yes, I know, Sora. There's ingredients around here. You don't have to tell me over and over again. But even though they will. Yeah, if you notice, those Heartless do have different colors. Their colors correspond to what magic they're immune against. Red is pretty much immune to fire magic. Blue is immune to blizzard. And we haven't encountered them yet, but the yellow variant is pretty much immune to the sea thunder. Get back here, you.
And I think you already did read it, but SP Media said it's Bobby, dude.
Yeah, I saw it. That's why I said, oh, that's who it was.
Yeah. And then Final says, this looks like a good spot to find some ingredient.
That's pretty much an infamous line here.
Yep. Because they're everywhere.
Also, here's a good place to get a lot of money.
Money.
Keep pressing the situation command over and over again until you can't press it anymore in that spot.
Got some dollars.
They go over here.
Final says gold is my favorite kitchen ingredient.
I mean, of course. Have you ever tried cooking gold?
No, but I've eaten those gold coin chocolate candies. That counts, right?
Nope. You need to eat real gold.
What if you eat it with the wrap?
Okay, so those aren't ingredients. Those fish flying by aren't ingredients.
Okay.
Oh well. And let's grab this before we continue on. Yeah, we'll be careful, don't worry. I can't wait for the end of this world, mainly because not that there's stuff that I'm gonna be happy that this is over, but the Keyblade in this world is so good.
Oh yeah, it is.
We've been foreshadowing it a lot, but yet it's in this world. The best offensive Keyblade is in this world.
So great, so much fun.
And this is exactly some of the reason why I say you don't want to do full combos here. Look at the amount of enemies here, and I don't have any more thunder.
Rest in pieces. I mean, some of them
look,
are weak to thunder, or resistant to thunder anyway.
I don't know if there's a fourth color, though, of these guys, but these guys aren't the blue blizzard ones. I don't know if that just means they don't have any elemental resistance or if they're immune to arrow. Someone will
Probably
need to test that out.
because there is a sea arrow.
Yeah.
It's only 3 according to the journal. Final says.
Yeah, that's very odd. So it just might be a no element color then.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to get rid of these jellyfish so you don't get stung,
Magic them.
just use
Yeah.
magic then. It's better than trying to do what Dory and Marlin did in Finding Nemo.
And just keep swimming.
More so bouncing on the tops of the jellyfish. P.S. Don't do that in real life, people. It is dumb.
Oh yeah. Universal Classic Monster. Yeah.
Okay, I believe this way leads us to more water cores. Ow. Ow. There we go. That takes care of them. Let's see what's down here. What if I kill Squishy? If you kill Squishy, then you're just gonna get a whole mob of angry jellyfish. They will keep respawning the same area no matter how many times you cast Sea Thunder until Sora dies. That's what's gonna happen if you kill Squishy. So don't kill Squishy.
I believe it.
I want more Pixar worlds in the next Kingdom Hearts game. I would love a Coco world. I even love an Incredibles world, honestly.
Yeah.
No ship yet, Donald. But I do see something I want to go.
Rest in peace, Dracula.
Ah. Yeah, that spin attack is really good for crowd control underwater.
Oh yeah.
That's why I only do 3 hit combos underwater. I never go to my finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you always go for a 4-hit. You always have a 4-hit combo underwater, no matter how many combo modifiers you have. Because this is not considered. This is not considered either air or ground combos underwater. In fact, I think it's an entirely new type of combo base that you can't modify.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm glad that you can't modify it. It would have been dumb to have abilities specifically for only one part in the game. Concerning you can't dive underwater in any other place that there's water.
Oh man. Thanks, Final.
Yeah. There's a lot of lucky emblems in this world. I am not going to get them all. I'm going to make that clear. Just like I'm not going to get all the treasures. Oh, good lord. This is the biggest world in the game. I'm going to be honest.
Man, finding the lucky emblems in this world and the next world is rough.
Well, the next world you kind of have to wait till after you beat it before
Yeah.
you can find them.
Yeah, but like still rough. Spinning is also just plain fun. Always says.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah, it is.
So yeah, this is totally not a trap. What could possibly make you say that this is a trap? It's just a simple treasure with some kind of glowing plant-like thing.
Ah,
Yeah, I was kidding. It was a trap.
who would have thought?
So yeah, attack slow with this guy. You can do your... Ow. I guarded too soon there. That was my own fault. Fire occasional sea fires at him. Keep a little bit of MP in case you need to cast Cure. Also, yeah, you can dodge underwater. As you saw. Attack slow again, and watch his movement. He has clear wind-up attacks that let you know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
They weren't a little clear before the critical patch, but now that they are clear, it is very easy, even when the camera janks like that, to know when to guard.
Yeah.
I think you can attest that this guy is kind of wind-up attacks were not very clear before the first time you played this.
I don't remember how my fight went, but I do remember it wasn't the greatest.
But seeing it now, you can see that you can tell when he's going to attack more,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Thankfully, he doesn't kill you if he eats you, even if you get to 1. It just does a lot of combo damage.
Okay. And yeah, we are gonna need a bigger boat. Bigger boat, bigger boat, bigger boat.
Hang on, Donald, I'll save you. Save the duck from being devoured by a giant fish.
Amazing.
And goodbye to that Heartless that I forgot his name of. He's kind of sadly forgettable because of how simple he is. Oh, lightning angler. Thank you, Final. Also, second best summon in the game, the Ocean Heart Bringer. This is the aerial summon.
Oh man.
It is a very tricky timing summon to use, but if you can get it right, it is really good. Not as powerful as Simba, but man, is it amazing if you actually can get it right. And really, aside from Wreck-It Ralph being very gimmicky, none of the summons we encountered so far is, in my opinion, very weak. Even Ralph, despite me saying like I don't really use him as much, is not because he's weak, but he's just too gimmicky for me to use properly.
Yeah.
You feel the same with Ralph? That it feels too gimmicky for you to use to its full potential?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen good uses of Wreck-It Ralph, but yeah, it's too hard for me. But yeah.
Cool.
Oh, does have a Highland curve.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. Oh.
You certain about that?
And how did you get here before us when you didn't dive in the water?
How'd he get